Nobody in healthcare journalism rolls out of bed in the morning, puts their pants on, and says, how can I go in today and screw up? How can I go in today and hurt people? Yet, unintentional harm is done every day by slipshod reporting. And I always tell any audience, a consumer audience, a researcher, physician, subject of a story audience, if you see things in your local news coverage that is wrong, that is biased, is imbalanced, is incomplete, and you know that it is, and you don't say something about it, you're getting exactly what you deserve. Those people are not waiting for your feedback, but if they don't get it, they go home at the end of the day thinking, I dodged another bullet. I didn't take any grief today. And the silent majority is actually doing more harm by not letting people know when things are wrong. Obviously, no one takes criticism well. We have to find ways every day in the conduct of our healthnewsreview.org work to get our point across without using pejorative language and without hurting people. And that's difficult sometimes because our reviewers have now been around the block for 5 years and see recurrent themes and they get annoyed. I do myself, and so I have to wordsmith and tone things down sometimes. But nonetheless, there are the two ends of the spectrum. Do you remain in the silent majority, not voicing your displeasure over things that were done wrong, or is it worth spending your effort to find a way to communicate things where you can present it just as I did? Look, we know you didn't mean to harm anybody, but see, that's what we're missing here, is that harm is being done by incomplete, biased, imbalanced coverage. Different than political news, different than financial news, different than covering cops and courts or anything else. This is stuff that can hurt people, and we have evidence that it does. We know you didn't mean it that way. We're really here to help you because we're really concerned about the harm that is being done by incomplete news coverage. No blame game. We want to help. We know you probably do in your heart as well. I think if you take that kind of approach, you get through to people. And if you don't, I always remind people that a good drop back position or a starting position, depending on how you feel about this, is to request an audience with the editorial board of a newspaper, for example, who almost have an obligation to meet with anyone in the community who requests it. They may not act on what your beef is, but if you ever wonder, gee, how did that individual or how did that group get that really nice big op-ed piece in the paper? It's because they probably met with the editorial board. So if either you as an individual or your department or you and your colleagues could ask for such an audience, and who knows, you may find that you help educate that editorial board as well.